Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
South Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Going with the ground game left. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll try it over the left side. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finishes the drive with a thrilling 69-yard run to the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. He makes the connection. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that. Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. On the ground, it's Rudolph. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And the Ducks will move the sticks. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Got his man, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive. Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner is stopped. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Carolina 7, Oregon 3.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
2nd down.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Across the 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. The express headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by just 1 over Missouri. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Man, I do not want a guy that advance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Off play action on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The back goes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
That defender was in outstanding position on that last play. Great job reading the receiver and running with him. There's no penalty. He gets his eyes and locates the ball. He just has to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to get rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. The give to the tailback. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, we had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
To the ground. He's got it again. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runs. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He's right on target. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll try the left side. Still running at at the 40. He's off to the races. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
4th down coming up.
Quarterback checking off. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He fires it out to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, South Carolina 21, Oregon 6.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes his connection.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Second and short now after that completion. The aerial assault continues. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and 10 here.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Coming after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
They'll run it. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They'll run the option. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And here comes the offense on second down. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the tag. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UConn looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've seen this offense look this crisp since the days of Dan Orlovsky.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's taking a deep shot. Pulls it in on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways